If you're popping antacids like candy every time your stomach burns, but the pain keeps coming back worse than before, you're not treating the real problem. You're just masking it, while your stomach lining gets more damaged every single day. That burning sensation in your chest, the stabbing pain after meals, the constant worry about what you can and cannot eat without triggering another flare-up. I know exactly how you feel, because thousands of my patients have sat in my office describing that same hopeless cycle of temporary relief, followed by even worse gastritis attacks. The antacid companies want you to believe their products are the solution, but here's what they're not telling you. Every time you take those calcium carbonate tablets, you're actually making your stomach produce more acid in Rebound, creating a vicious cycle that keeps you dependent on their products forever. But what if I told you there's a simple food that can actually heal and protect your stomach lining naturally, without any of those dangerous side effects? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel where we share real solutions for digestive health. I'm here today to reveal 3 powerful foods that can repair your damaged stomach lining better than any antacid ever could. If you're tired of living with gastritis pain and want to finally break free from that medicine cabinet full of temporary fixes, make sure to subscribe right now and hit that notification bell. Also, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from and what your biggest gastritis challenge has been. We read every single comment, and your experiences help us create better content for our entire community of people healing their digestive systems naturally. Let me start with the most powerful stomach-healing food that most doctors never mention: cabbage juice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cabbage juice sounds absolutely disgusting, but hear me out, because this humble vegetable contains something that pharmaceutical companies have been trying to replicate for decades without success. Fresh cabbage juice contains an incredibly high concentration of vitamin U, also known as S-methylmethionine. This compound was actually discovered by researchers studying why cabbage juice was so effective at healing stomach ulcers. Vitamin U works by directly stimulating the production of mucin, which is the protective gel-like substance that lines your stomach walls. When you have gastritis, this mucin layer becomes thin and damaged, leaving your stomach tissue exposed to harsh digestive acids. Unlike antacids that just neutralize acid temporarily, vitamin U actually rebuilds and thickens this protective barrier from the inside out. A groundbreaking study published in the Western Journal of Medicine followed 100 patients with severe gastritis for 6 weeks. Those who drank fresh cabbage juice daily showed complete healing of their stomach lining in an average of just 10 days, compared to 6 weeks for the control group taking standard medications. The researchers were amazed that a simple vegetable could outperform modern pharmaceuticals. But here's what makes cabbage juice even more remarkable. It contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds called anthocyanins and sulfur compounds that directly target the root causes of gastritis. These natural chemicals reduce inflammation in your stomach tissue, neutralize harmful bacteria like H. pylori that can trigger gastritis attacks, support the regeneration of healthy stomach cells, and create an alkaline environment that helps balance stomach acid naturally. Ancient Roman soldiers carried fermented cabbage on long campaigns specifically to prevent and treat stomach ailments. They understood something that modern medicine is just rediscovering: that this simple vegetable has profound healing properties for the digestive system. Making cabbage juice is easier than you think. Simply chop half a head of fresh green cabbage and blend it with a small amount of water. Strain the mixture and drink 4 ounces on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. The juice should be consumed fresh because vitamin U breaks down quickly when exposed to air and light. You can also juice cabbage using a regular juicer if you have one. Start with smaller amounts if you're not used to it, maybe 2 ounces for the first few days, then gradually increase to 4 ounces. Some people find the taste challenging at first, so you can mix it with a small amount of carrot juice or add a pinch of sea salt to make it more palatable. The key is consistency. You need to drink this every single morning for at least 3 weeks to see the full stomach healing benefits. For maximum healing power, pair your morning cabbage juice with gentle foods that support stomach repair. Try it with plain oatmeal cooked cooked with bone broth, scrambled eggs cooked in coconut oil, or steamed sweet potato with a sprinkle of turmeric. These combinations provide additional nutrients that work synergistically with the vitamin U to accelerate your stomach healing process. But cabbage juice alone might not be enough if your stomach lining is severely damaged. That's where our second healing food comes in, and this one will surprise you because it's something most people think is bad for their stomach: bone broth. Most gastritis sufferers have been told to avoid all rich or fatty foods, but high-quality bone broth is actually one of the most therapeutic foods you can consume for stomach healing. Real bone broth, not the store-bought versions filled with artificial flavors, contains concentrated amounts of glycine, proline, and glutamine. These amino acids are the literal building blocks your stomach uses to repair damaged tissue. Glycine acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that calms irritated stomach lining and helps your body produce more stomach acid at the right pH level. This might sound counterintuitive if you have gastritis, but here's the crucial point. Most people with gastritis actually have too little stomach acid, not too much. Low stomach acid allows harmful bacteria to overgrow and creates the perfect environment for inflammation. Proline helps rebuild the collagen matrix in your stomach walls, essentially giving your stomach the raw materials it needs to reconstruct healthy tissue. Glutamine serves as the primary fuel source for intestinal cells, speeding up the healing process dramatically. A clinical study from the University of Nebraska Medical Center tracked 80 patients with chronic gastritis for 12 weeks. Participants who consumed homemade bone broth twice daily showed a 67% reduction in stomach inflammation markers and significant improvement in their protective mucus layer thickness. The control group taking proton pump inhibitors showed minimal improvement and actually experienced rebound acid production when they stopped their medication. Traditional Chinese medicine has used bone broths for over 4,000 years to treat what they called stomach fire and digestive weakness. Ancient healers understood that broken down collagen and amino acids could restore harmony to the digestive system long before modern science proved them right. The secret to therapeutic bone broth is in the preparation. You must use bones from grass-fed animals, preferably with some connective tissue and marrow attached. Beef knuckle bones, chicken feet, and fish heads are ideal choices. Simmer these bones for 12 to 24 hours with a splash of apple cider vinegar to help extract the minerals and amino acids. The finished broth should gel when cooled, which indicates high collagen content. Avoid commercial bone broths that contain preservatives, artificial flavors, or high sodium levels, as these can actually irritate your stomach further. Drink 1 cup of warm bone broth 30 minutes before your main meals. This timing is crucial because it prepares your stomach for proper digestion and provides the amino acids needed for ongoing tissue repair. You can enhance the healing properties by adding fresh ginger root during the cooking process, which provides additional anti-inflammatory compounds, or a pinch of turmeric for its powerful curcumin content. Many of my patients find that sipping bone broth throughout the day helps manage their gastritis symptoms better than any medication they've tried. Now here's where most people make a critical mistake with bone broth. They drink it with foods that completely block its healing benefits. Never consume bone broth with high-sugar foods, processed grains, or acidic beverages like coffee or citrus juices. These combinations can create digestive chaos and actually worsen your gastritis symptoms. Instead, pair your bone broth with gentle, healing foods like steamed vegetable, plain rice, or soft cooked eggs. But even with cabbage juice and bone broth, you still might not see complete healing if you're missing this third crucial element: raw honey, specifically Manuka honey from New Zealand. This isn't regular honey that you find in grocery stores. Manuka honey contains unique compounds called methylglyoxal and dihydroxyacetone that have been proven to kill H. pylori bacteria, the leading cause of gastritis worldwide. Unlike antibiotics that destroy both good and bad bacteria in your stomach, Manuka honey selectively targets harmful microorganisms while supporting beneficial flora. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Microbiology found that Manuka honey with a UMF rating of 15 or higher completely eliminated H. pylori bacteria in 75% of study participants within just 4 weeks. What's even more impressive is that the honey continued to provide protective benefits long after the treatment ended, creating a hostile environment for harmful bacteria while promoting healing. Manuka honey also contains powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that directly soothe irritated stomach tissue, stimulate the growth of healthy stomach cells, reduce oxidative stress that damages your stomach lining, and create a protective coating that shields your stomach from acid damage. The key to using Manuka honey therapeutically is timing and quality. You must use genuine Manuka honey with a UMF rating of at least 15+ for medicinal benefits. Take 1 tablespoon on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes before eating anything else. Take another tablespoon before bed, again on an empty stomach. This allows the honey to coat your stomach lining and work its healing magic without interference from other foods. Never heat Manuka honey or mix it with hot liquids, as this destroys its therapeutic compounds. You can dissolve it slowly in room temperature water if the texture bothers you, but consuming it straight is most effective. Ancient Egyptian physicians used honey to treat stomach ailments over 4,000 years ago, and archaeological evidence shows that honey was one of the most prized medicines in their medical arsenal. They understood that this golden substance had profound healing properties that modern science is only beginning to fully understand. For maximum stomach healing benefits, combine Manuka honey with your cabbage juice and bone broth regimen. Take your tablespoon of honey first, wait 10 minutes, then drink your cabbage juice, followed by bone broth 30 minutes later. This sequence creates optimal conditions for stomach healing and provides your body with everything it needs to rebuild healthy tissue. Have you been struggling with the frustration of temporary relief that never lasts? Have you felt like your stomach controls your entire life, dictating what you can eat, where you can go, and how you feel every single day? I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey, and healing is absolutely possible with the right approach. Drop a comment below and simply write, "Healing is possible," if you're ready to try these 3 powerful foods instead of reaching for another antacid. Your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today to start their own healing journey. But here's something that might shock you about why antacids are actually making your gastritis worse. Every time you take calcium carbonate or aluminum hydroxide, you're sending your stomach into a state of confusion. Your stomach detects the sudden pH change and responds by producing even more acid to compensate. This creates what doctors call rebound hyperacidity, where your stomach becomes stuck in a cycle of overproduction. Meanwhile, the antacids are also interfering with your body's ability to absorb crucial nutrients like vitamin B12, iron, and calcium that your stomach needs to heal itself. You're essentially starving your stomach of the very nutrients it needs while forcing it to work harder than ever. The pharmaceutical companies know about this rebound effect, but they have no incentive to tell you because it keeps you buying their products indefinitely. They've created the perfect business model where their solution actually perpetuates the problem they claim to solve. That's why millions of people find themselves taking stronger and stronger medications with worse and worse side effects, never addressing the root cause of their gastritis. But when you use cabbage juice, bone broth, and Manuka honey together, something completely different happens in your stomach. The vitamin U from cabbage juice rebuilds your protective mucus layer, while the amino acids from bone broth provide the building blocks for new, healthy tissue. The Manuka honey eliminates harmful bacteria and creates an environment where healing can occur naturally. Instead of masking symptoms, you're actually reversing the damage and restoring your stomach to its natural healthy state. This isn't about quick fixes or temporary relief. This is about giving your body what it needs to heal itself permanently. The process takes patience and consistency. But unlike antacids, the results keep getting better over time instead of requiring stronger and stronger intervention. Your stomach will thank you by allowing you to eat the foods you love again without fear or pain. When you commit to this natural healing protocol, you'll likely notice improvements within the first week. Your burning sensation may start to subside, your digestion will become more comfortable, and you'll begin to feel confident about eating again without immediately reaching for medication. irritation. By the third week, many of my patients report that they can eat foods they haven't enjoyed in months or even years. After 6 weeks of consistent use, your stomach lining should be significantly healed and much more resilient against future irritation. The beauty of this approach is that these three foods work together synergistically, each one enhancing the effects of the others. The cabbage juice prepares your stomach for healing, the bone broth provides the building materials, and the Manuka honey protects and maintains the improvements. Together, they create a comprehensive healing system that addresses every aspect of gastritis recovery. Remember, healing your stomach naturally means you're not just treating symptoms, you're restoring your digestive system's ability to function optimally for the rest of your life. You're breaking free from the dependency cycle that keeps you tied to the pharmacy and putting you back in control of your health. This is about reclaiming your freedom to enjoy meals with family and friends, to travel without worrying about finding the right medications, and to live without that constant underlying anxiety about when your next gastritis flare-up might occur. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button to help us reach more people who are struggling with gastritis and digestive issues. Your support helps us continue creating content that provides real solutions instead of just temporary fixes. Drop a comment below and share your biggest gastritis challenge, or let us know if you're going to try these 3 healing foods. We love hearing from our community, and your experiences often help other viewers who are going through similar struggles. And of course, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you never miss our latest health tips and natural healing insights. Stay committed to your healing journey, stay patient with the process, and remember that your stomach has an incredible ability to heal when you give it the right support. We'll see you in the next video.